What's up, YouTube? It was tool review here with a new segment to cover, as you can fairly well guess, ratchets. Yeah, so I've been doing an inventory of my ratchets, and you know, they say the first part about addiction is admitting that you first have one. And I think that I'm addicted to ratchets. As you can see here, I've got quite an extensive collection, if you will, if you want to call it that, of different ratchets and breaker bars and whatnot. So yeah, I think I've got a bit of a obsession with ratchets. So I'm going to do this, and maybe I will pick up a couple and bring them closer. But the first set I got here is my Craftsman. These are 1/2-inch drive. Let's back that off a bit, and I'll just grab a couple for you guys. So, you know, I've got everything from the Craftsman flex head ratchet. This is a 1/2-inch drive. It works fairly well. It's not the cleanest sounding ratchet. I don't know what it is. It seems like Craftsman ratchets work better in one direction than they do the other. And it doesn't really matter if it's an older one or a newer one. It seems like if you reverse it, you can barely hear it, and then it's louder. I don't know. I've cleaned this thing. I service all of my own ratchets. But yet this one here still sounds like junk. You know, I'm not going to say that's because it's a Craftsman, because I think Craftsman does make some things that are pretty decent, but it doesn't sound as good as some of my other ones, which are a little bit pricier in comparison. So that's the Craftsman flex head, if you want to call it that. Then I got a series of different other Craftsman 1/2-inch drives. So you see here we've got the, what is it, the Flying V or something like that. You know, the tooth count's not very impressive. Here's an updated version of that. These are American made. As you guys can see there, they are American made, with the USA logo and V series call outs on them. I think that's Danaher or something like that. That one sounds better. But they've been recently cleaned. At least the majority of them have. But I like them. You know, there's nothing wrong with the 1/2-inch drive Craftsman. That's my dog. I'll bring him out there so you guys can see him too. That's the husky I told you guys about. But I got a series of those guys, all kinds, all V series, Craftsman, USA made. Then I also got this pretty sexy one here, like I like to call it. This is a Craftsman as well. There's your part number 43797. I think there's a 43796 and a 43795, and that is basically 1/2-inch drive, 3/8 drive, and 1/4 drive. It's got the round head, which I know a lot of people despise. I cleaned this up. It sounds great now. You know, the tooth count isn't great, but it's still a great long ratchet. I mean, this thing here, let's take a look. I don't know. Let's see here. It's approximately, let's call that 9 3/4 long there, if you guys can see that. So that's not a bad length for a 1/2-inch drive ratchet. I got a series of 3/8 drive ratchets, all Craftsman, of course, the raised panels, various errors, if you will. USA made. Everything's USA made, so that's not bad. I don't know what the tooth count is, but I'm assuming like in the 30s, 32, 36. And I got one that I'm repairing, so those are not bad. Let me, well, maybe the kids are getting a dog, so let's not worry about that. Then I've got a Cobalt here. Not bad. The Cobalts, man, their heads are, this is a 90 tooth. I think I showed this before in some of my other videos. It's a 90 tooth ratchet. Not bad. I actually like it. But the head thickness, if you compare that to, let's say, the Craftsman, as far as the thickness of the head, I mean, there's a very big difference between the thickness there. So these are not going to fit in every application. Sorry, I got out of frame there. They're not going to fit in every application, but yeah, this is a nice ratchet nonetheless. It also came with a quarter drive and a set, a Cobalt set, also 90 tooth. That's not bad. Pretty nice ratchet. Fits in the hand fairly well. You know, you can get some torque on it. Not a bad ratchet. Very nice chrome job. Cobalt did really good on that. That's 337307 for the part number. From that, let's see here. What do we stop at? Oh, my only snap-ons I've got. I don't have any newer version of snap-ons. All of these are older. There we go. These are, this one here is a GF70S, if you guys can see that. This one, I think this one here is from the 30s. It's like a 20-some tooth count, 22, 20, something like that. Then here is the F710A. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see that. 710A, and this is the F710B. And these are both like 32 count, 36 count. I rebuilt one. Snap-on Junkies video was pretty informative, and I was able to rebuild that one. And this one here I've not rebuilt. I did put them under the benchtop polishing wheel and cleaned them up, so they look a lot better than what they did when I first got them. If you guys recall, I got one of those for $5. I got one of them for $20, and I think both, I got two for $20 a piece, that is, and then one of them for $5 from a local pawn shop. Lev's Pawn Shop here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Thank you guys, if you're watching this video. Thank you for giving me a good deal on that ratchet. That's a plug for them. Then I got the Crescent. Not going to be able to see that part number, but it is, that one doesn't have a part number on it. So yeah, we're out of luck on that. But this is a 72 tooth. Not bad. Nice recess, so you won't hit that when you're ratcheting, you know, so that's pretty nice. Got the cushion handle, nice cushion grip. I love their handles. I love their handles better than I do gear wrench, believe it or not. So this really nice ratchet, not very long. I guess we should probably leave that out. This particular one is 8.5 inches long, so not too bad. You guys know this most recent one I got. This is the Grip Type brand. If you guys can see that, this is a Grip Type brand. This is like their triple drive system. So, and then you can use it as a normal ratchet. You know, so this is nice. I'm still working on trying to get them to sponsor the channel and help me out with getting some samples of their products in the hands of my subscribers and fellow YouTubers. That hasn't worked itself out yet, so we'll see. We'll keep pressuring them and keep promoting their stuff on their website till they realize that, hey, this is starting to take off, and then they'll want to support the channel. From that, we also have, here's another, this is a Work Pro. This came with a flip socket set. I don't know if you guys saw my Thanksgiving or Christmas episode, but this is probably like 72 tooth. This is just a little cheap ratchet that came with the fairly cheap sockets too as well, so nothing spectacular. Another no name, just says Chrome Vanadium Taiwan. But believe it or not, man, this ratchet is really nice. I've used this ratchet more so than anything else I own. I keep it clean, I keep it well oiled. It works really good. I mean, so for me, for my usage rate or frequency of use, this ratchet has served me very well, and it doesn't even have a brand name on it, so go figure, right? Here's another. This is what, TAT or TAT, something like that. Another Taiwan wrench. Not bad. It works. You know, for a DIYer, this works really good. It's modeled after the SK series. They try to do it, at least kind of mock that nostalgic design. Not a bad ratchet. I got it probably for $1 or something like that. but it's held up very well. Here's the only SK that I currently have. I will be getting more SK as time goes on. So I'm working on that. I don't know, this is probably, I don't know, 60 tooth or something like that. Maybe less, maybe far less. But it's the only SK ratchet that I have. Part number is 45170. Obviously it's SK, so it's USA made. Works out really well. Here's an old Eastco. I've not seen anybody with this. This is a fairly flat panel wrench, or ratchet rather. It is USA made. 721107 is your part number. Not too bad sounding there. Works really well, very clean. And I have a full set of sockets from 1/4 inch to 3/8 drive that all work off this one ratchet. So that works out really nicely. From there we have the one and only, this is one of my holy grail sockets. It's an old Firestone. Forest in USA, no part number. Works really well. I cleaned this up. I got this for like 83 cents at an auction on a cold winter day. Bought a couple other things, threw this in the bunch, and I got this. So this is a really cool ratchet, 3/8 drive. Really nice. I don't know if, I think it's steel, but it doesn't have any rust on it, and it's hard to believe for its age. So, but that's really nice. From that, you guys know the classic, if you will, Pittsburgh Pro. This is one of the long boys. This guy here, let's see here. This guy is approximately, let's see here, 14 inches long, if you guys can see that. There you go. So not bad length. It is the flex head, if you will, not locking, 3/8 drive, 72 tooth ratchet. Really nice. I love it for the length and the flex head, and I'm never going to break that. So say what you will about Pittsburgh and the longevity of the ratchets, whatever. You know, I know they can break if you get stupid torque on them, but you know, if you're using a stupid torque, you're probably using the wrong size of ratchet drive. Here's a Matco. This is the part number is BFR128 LFM, USA made, of course. 88 tooth, locking flex head. You know, so you get all that functionality. It's going up against the snap-on tools, you know, whatever. But yeah, this is my high dollar ratchet. This is the most expensive ratchet I bought. I bought it off the tool truck directly from my friend who is a franchise owner, and I love it. I wanted that green or yellow, or Jesus, colorblind today, the orange, and I bought that. I also have from that, I also have the smaller 1/4 drive, 88 tooth. Part number is AFR 68 LFM, USA made, of course. Locking flex head as well. You know the functionality, same color. Father and son, I guess. From that, let's go over here. Well, let's keep it up to that. So, classic raised panel Craftsman. I think this is 32 tooth. Not bad. Craftsman 1/4 inch drives ratchets are junk in general. You warranty them out. I mean, it sounds like junk. One direction, flip it in the other one, you can hear the teeth engage. I don't know what it is about Craftsman's 1/4 inch drive ratchets, but they just suck. I mean, you compare that to the 90 tooth Cobalt. Nice tight gearing. Listen to that. That's beautiful. I don't care what you say. That's a nice ratchet. Another older USA made raised panel Craftsman 43186. I mean, it gets hung up, gets real clanky. I traded this one in at Sears, and this is what they gave me. I was surprised to see they even gave me a USA made. I thought that was unique because typically you get the Chinese stuff when you trade stuff in. But yeah, I got that. From there, I got 2 more ratchets in the truck. They're just simple Cobalts, 72 tooth, 3/8 and a 1/4 inch drive. I didn't bother going out to get those. You know, what's the point? Something I did pick up here that I've not shown you guys is I had an issue with Amazon, and I was trying to purchase these here using some points. It did not go through. So as a let's see here, generosity or way to help me out as far as my frustration and aggravation and trying to get this figured out, which never was resolved. They want to keep in line with their, marketed, customer service and whatever. And so they gave me this set here, which is a gear wrench set, 1/4 drive, 3/8 drive, 84 tooth. This is the 11 inch or the long pattern ratchet. So I got that for free. So that's not bad. It is a long pattern. Like I said, 84 tooth. If you guys can see that. There we go. Gear wrench. So I got that bad boy. And then it came with, let's pan over here a little bit. It came with this little brother, which is also fairly long. I think this is 9. This is 11.5. 1/4 drive. And I wanted this set because I didn't have, with the exception of the Matco and the Harbor Freight Pittsburgh, I didn't have any long pattern, if you will, long pattern ratchets. So I got that. And that set was $40 some, but like I said, Amazon gave it to me for free. And that came in like less than a week's time. So they were really quick about getting me that. So thank you, Amazon. That was cool of you guys to take care of me in that way and getting me the product within a very quick time frame. So thank you. Then from that, I got the pass-through set, which you guys seen this is part of that Crescent X6 brand pass-through. Not bad at all. I'm gonna say 72 tooth. I don't know what the actual tooth count on this guy is, but yeah, this is a nice, very nice Crescent set. Got the black oxide coating to prevent rust. Really nice ratchet. Yeah, so it's one of my prized ones. I keep that. That set's used when I'm doing suspension work or something like that. Breaker bars, panning over to those. Got a couple 1/4 drive breaker bars. This is a Cobalt that I picked up for a couple bucks. Got a Craftsman here, old Craftsman breaker bar 1/4 drive. Got a 1/2 inch drive, USA V Series Craftsman. That's nice and tight. So you can figure how old that bad boy is, and yet that's still nice and tight. And you cannot tighten or adjust this. So that just tells you how well the old Craftsman products were made. That V Series breaker bar is still intact. And then from what I've heard, Real Tool reviews say that this is perhaps one of the best breaker bars on the market. You can argue what you will. It is adjustable if it does loosen up, but as far as being able to generate a shit ton of torque, a crap ton of torque, this particular breaker bar did very well up against a lot of bigger name brand breaker bars. So I've got one of those as well. So I think in all, with all of the ratchets that this is not breaker bars included, only ratchets, ratcheting mechanism tools, I've got 33 ratchets. Clearly, or actually, yeah, 33. Now I got one vintage one down there that is really old. I'm not going to dig it out. But overall, this is a fairly nice collection. I think I'm done as far as collecting ratchets, unless there's something that is really unique. I will get a Snap-on. To all my people who love Snap-on, I am looking actively to get a Snap-on ratchet. Modern Snap-on, not my old stuff, modern. So if anybody wants to sell one or whatever, and I'll do a video on it and I'll talk about you and promote you in my video. So if you got one that you don't need, it's modern, you want to do some type of trade or a deal or whatever you call it, let me know. Please send me a message. I'll take care of it. I want the ratchet because I'm having a hard time finding one. And the principle of my channel is I try to stay off the tool trucks. That don't always happen. But I try to stay off the tool trucks. And I try to find great deals through alternative means. That's the principle of my channel. But yeah, 33 ratchets, all working, all serviceable. I use them, you know, I don't use every one of them. Obviously that's a lie, but I use the majority of them, or I try to cycle through them as much as I possibly can. But hey, this is my hobby. This is what I like. You guys like hearing about stuff like this, and I like sharing it. So it's a win-win for everybody, right? I know that, you know, there's varying qualities of ratchets. Snap-on's the top of the dog. Then you got Mac and Matco and so on, and Cornwell. And I know that the better you pay, the more you pay. Like if you buy a Snap-on, it's for life, you know, unless you do something and you break it, then it's serviceable, blah, blah, blah. I understand that. For me, I'm not a mechanic. I don't wrench every day, which we've talked about in all of my videos. I'm an engineer, but I do wrench on the weekends, help people out, work on my own projects. These wrenches serve me well. I've got the expensive wrenches, the Matcos, if I need something, you know, super, super reliable, and I've got the gear wrench. So I've got higher end wrenches, if you will, or ratchets if I need it. But of all of this, I've never broken a single ratchet yet. And I've done everything from brakes all the way to transmission work, to motorcycle work, to top engine work, you know, valve replacements, and you know, blown heads, all that kind of stuff. And these ratchets have served me well, the ones that I use for those jobs specifically. So yeah, show me what you got, man. I'm very interested to see who out there has a comparable ratchet collection. I'm thinking I'm top dog. I'm just talking crap now, but I'm thinking I'm top dog when it comes to sheer volume of ratchets. You tell me if I'm wrong and show me what you got. Kind of have some fun with this. So, but yeah, this is what I got. And if you see something you want me to comment on it or whatever, leave me a comment. We'll talk about it. I am getting ready for my giveaway, so be aware of that. I am giving away a tool. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but stay tuned for that. It's my 100 sub giveaway, even though I'm well over that. Let me go get my dog real quick, and I'll show him to you guys. I know you wanted to see him. Hang on one second. All right, so hopefully you guys can see him. This is my boy Champ. He's a husky mix. We've had him for about 2 months now. He's a good dog, fairly big. He's getting bigger. He's a monster though. So I don't know if you guys have any comments about him. Let me know. Good dog though. So it's our first big dog as a family. I had a Siberian Husky when I was young, but this is my first family dog for my kids and my family. So say hi, Champ. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Have a good night. Peace.